Guys, I have two puzzles for you, including this wild one right here where all of the pieces are on the back rank. Black has the 2 rooks and the 2 pawns. Seems pretty weird. Also, this one where the pawns are advanced, but black has the rook hitting the bishop and is trying to save the game. We're going to start with this one right here. It's white to play and win. If you would like to pause, what's the winning move for white? All right, well, if you had a chance to look at that, the move is knight to a6. And the idea behind why we're playing this might not be readily apparent, but you can see that it is attacking the rook, which is kind of part of it. So black says, okay, I need to save my rook. Where do I move it to? There's really 2 moves that make the most sense. Rook to e7 is the first one, and then we'll come back to kind of the main line of rook to a7, which pins the knight to the king. But let's start with rook to e7. What should we play here as white to finish off this game? Well, if you had a chance to look at that, the move is knight to g6, attacking the rook. And there's a couple of things going on here. Number one, if the rook tries to take our bishop, actually with either rook, it doesn't matter, we're simply going to trade. And then at the end of the trade, we have a fork. And once we get this fork, we end up with 2 knights against the king. Now, normally 2 knights and a king against just a lone king is actually a draw. You can't really force the checkmate. However, because black has some pawns, you can, and you can win. Now, why exactly is that the case? Well, it's because you can force black to waste a move kind of with the pawn so to avoid stalemate. It's out of the scope of this video, but just know this would be a win for white. Now, let's go back. There's a couple other moves black could try. If they say, you know what, I don't want to take the bishop, let me just put you in check. We're simply going to move our king up. And black's main problem is that the king is stuck in the corner. We have so many pieces that if they don't take anything, they're going to be in trouble, right? So they kind of have to go down that same line. Let's just say, for example, they tried to do this to come over here and check us. Here's a nice example. We take check. This is pinned, so the king has to move here. We go check. They have to block either with one of the rooks, and then it's eventually going to be just checkmate. All right, so that's kind of the idea black really has to take. So what that means is going all the way back here, black's best try is to play rook to a7 and actually just pin this knight and threaten to take it. If you would like to pause, what move should we play here? All right, well, if you had a chance to look at that, the only winning move is bishop takes c6 check. If you try to bring the king up and defend the knight, black would simply take here, and we're actually running out of pieces. We could try to play king to b6 to bring the king in, but rook b7 check, we take this. Black has too much happening with the rooks. We just can't do anything, okay? So we have to take here with check, which, by the way, if you look at the king carefully, it can't move. So black has to take us, and notice what we have now done. We have opened up the rook to attack the king, and we can follow that up with knight to d7 check. The king moves here, and if you would like to find the finish to this puzzle, what should white play? Well, if you had a chance to look at that, this is beautiful, so get ready. Rook to b8 check forces the king to take. Rook to b6 check forces the rook to take. It's the only legal move. And now we have the finishing knight takes c5, a beautiful smothered checkmate using black's own rooks against him. All right, pretty cool. And congratulations if you found that. Not easy to find the rook sacrifice at the end. All right, let's go to puzzle number 2. We've got the pawns. We're trying to promote, obviously, but we have to worry about black's rook here. What should we play? White to play and win. All right, well, if you had a chance to look at that, we do actually have to save our bishop. So the move is bishop to e3 check. If you tried anything else, like let's just say pushing a pawn, you don't have time because black captures with check, and then they're able to, you know, stop the pawns, bring the king over, and we're going to lose, okay? So that's why we have to make a bishop move. Bishop to e3 check is the first move. Black's going to play king here, trying to bring the king over. And now if you would like to pause, what move should we play? All right, well, if you had a chance to look at that, the move is h7, and we're creating a threat here. Now, if you said capturing, the reason that that's not going to work is because black's going to play rook to a8, and because the pawns are doubled, we don't really have a way to ever get through. Notice that's a light square, and we have a dark squared bishop. That's not going to work for us, right? We can never get control of that with our bishop. We'd have to somehow bring our king up there, but we don't have time to do that, and black's in a nice position with their king pretty close and the rook helping. So you have to play h7. All right, now black's going to play one of two moves. Okay, they're either going to come down here to try to stop us, because we're about to get a queen, or they're going to come over here to try to stop us. So let's take them one at a time, and we'll start with rook to a8. What should we play against this? And this is a tricky one. White to play and win. Well, if you had a chance to look at that, the move is bishop to h6. Giving up the bishop. Why do we want to give up the bishop? Because of g7, we have the double pawns connected, and now we have two threats, and black can't stop actually either one of them. Whatever they do, we're going to get a queen, and at the end of the day, we still have a queen. We win. All right, so that's the idea. But black says, okay, I don't want to take your bishop. I see what's going to happen. I'll just move my king to e6. Again, if you would like to pause, what should we play? Well, this one was pretty obvious. We take the pawn, right? You got to get rid of the pawn and get ready to get a queen. However, black says king to f5, and now you have to be careful. What move do we play as white? All right, well, if you had a chance to look at that, hopefully you didn't say h8 queen, because if you said that, it's now a draw. Black's going to take it, and then once we take back, he's able to get our pawn. We can't win with just a bishop and a king, so that's not good enough. The way that we win is the amazing bishop to f8. It's blocking the rook so that we are threatening to get the queen. For example, if this happens, we would get the queen and win. And so black is obligated to take it, but now we've cleared the way by sacrificing the bishop. Now we can play g7 before black has time to take it. And again, we have too many threats. Black is in trouble. And by the way, if you think king to g6 would work because it's check, it doesn't, because we're able to capture the rook and get out of the check at the same time that we get a queen. We didn't have to move the king and give black time to take our pawns, right? So beautiful bishop to f8 sacrifice, and that's how we win. All right, let's go back. The other line here was if black said, okay, I don't want to go to a8, I'm going to go to h4 and stop your pawn this way. Now, what should we play as white? Well, if you had a chance to look at that, the move is bishop to g5. And the reason is we're setting up something very clever here. So the rook can come down, check. We go king to g2. And notice this. No. There's only one square available. So black says, okay, fine, I'll go back to h5. But now we have a beautiful move. What should we play as white? Got a chance to look at that. The move is bishop to f6. Again, sacrificing the bishop in a different way, but it's the same idea. We're going to push the pawn. We have two pawns, and regardless of what black tries to do, if they take this pawn, we get the queen and we win. It's also a nice little fork. And the other option for black would be to go check here and take this pawn, but we still get the queen, and this is also going to be a winning endgame. Now, going back here, when we played bishop f6, I showed you if they capture the bishop. But if they don't, and they go king to e6, we have to find another solution. We can take the pawn, but then they'll play king to f5. And what they're doing is threatening both of these pawns. So it's white to play and win. What move should we play? If you had a chance to look at that, the winning move is bishop to h6. It's the same idea that we saw over here where the bishop blocked off the rook on f8. Remember that? Now we're blocking off the rook here. And of course, even though the rook can take us, it doesn't matter because now we've cleared space for g7 and we get the double pawn threat. And black again has to choose which queen do they want to give us, that one, or they can go check and give us this one. And either way, it leads to a winning endgame. Not an easy win, I should say, but it is a winning endgame. So beautiful puzzle in that both directions, regardless of if the rook tried to stop, the pawn coming this way, we played bishop to f8 to block it off, or if they went over this way, we do the same thing by sacrificing the bishop to open up the space for the pawns. I hope you guys enjoyed those, and I'll see you next time. As always, stay sharp, play smart, and take care.